The purpose of this video is to teach you about the assignment module in Moodle. It might end up being a little bit long, but it is pretty important, I think, for the future of a digital management system or a learning management system, as more and more students have their own digital devices when they're in the classroom. So I want to start by quickly showing you 4 posted Moodle assignments. And they're all different, and then I'm going to use these as the basis to describe how you would create an assignment in Moodle. So this first one, if you look at it, is an assignment where students are asked to write a professional email to a teacher. And I wanted you to see this one because the students are not actually going to submit anything directly to Moodle. I also wanted you to be aware that you can include images in the posting of an assignment using the assignment module. All right, I'm going to another tab, Monica Grubb's class. And in this particular assignment, Monica has a hyperlink. You can see it right here at the bottom, the story of human rights, to a video that the students will watch. And then she has 2 questions posted with the intent that students would answer those questions right in the editing box presented to them in Moodle. So, for example, determine the main idea of the movie. Give 3 supporting details from the movie that support the main idea. In addition to linking to a video, some videos could be embedded so that the video window was right on this page, particularly if the video is hosted in something like YouTube. So that's one that relates to a video. Now this next one is Kirsten Slindy's stress management, and you could use Moodle to manage the fact that you want students to use resources on the web. So in this particular one, each of these titles that are both in the bulleted list are links to web pages that have information about stress management techniques. Please read through the different stress management techniques below and choose 2 or 3 that you feel like would work best for you with your stress, and tell me why you think it's a good technique. Again, students would type their answer directly into the editing box when they complete this assignment. Each of these is a hyperlink, so you can set up links to web pages or links to documents. And then the last one, this is Mike Harris's human biology class. And what he has here is a link to a document. So he says, please download and complete the following activity. Each person needs to record and upload their own document. So this is one where if the students click on this document, it's kind of like a worksheet. And well, it is a worksheet. And he has iPads in his class, and so he has a program that allows students to annotate this sheet and then submit it or upload it back to Moodle as if Moodle was a digital Dropbox. So that's another variety of assignment type or expectation. All right, so let's go back a step and let's talk about what exactly would be how we would create an assignment. I'm gonna just open another tab here, and I'm going to pretend like I'm adding an assignment right here to Mike's class. And let's say I'm going to add it to this unit called the study of life. So you do need to turn editing on. Mine is already turned on, so I don't need to click on the button. And then you will click on add an activity or a resource. And then you will choose assignment and click add. And now you're going to get a bunch of fields or parameters. So the first thing you'll do is name your assignment, and so that is the name that appears in the center column of Moodle as a hyperlink to the assignment description. And then you are going to write the assignment. So just note that sometimes you don't see the editing tools. If you do not see the editing tools, you can click on Show Editing Tools, because this is how you can make the assignment include multimedia or images or hyperlinks or links to files. If I was going to include an image, I could use this tool. If I was going to hyperlink to a website, I might type in the title of the website, like Human Rights Video, and then you can highlight that title and make that a hyperlink to a website. And you could also embed video or upload a file. If I wanted that to, if that was going to be a PDF, for example, and I click on link, if instead of pasting the link to a web address, I could click here to upload a file. So those are all ways that you can write an online assignment. Now, if I go down to availability, these settings for dates are most important if you're using the Moodle calendar, because if you do use the Moodle calendar and you have a due date, then that item will show up on the Moodle calendar. Now, generally speaking, if you use a Google Calendar, it may not be important for you to use these dates, but if you want that on your assignment description on the page that the students see, you can certainly use that option. You'll just have to remember to change the date the next time you give the assignment the following year. Probably the most important part of an online assignment is this section. This is where you are defining what it is that the students are going to do in Moodle. So, for example, are they going to type in some text? Are they going to be presented with a text box and then they answer questions, or they do a reflection? If so, you put a check mark right there. So, for example, if I go to this particular assignment of Monica Grubbs, that's exactly what they're doing. So if I went in and clicked on edit settings in the administration block for this assignment, that is going to be what she has chosen for her assignment settings. All right, I'm going to go back here. File submissions. This is if the students are going to upload something, a file type to Moodle for the teacher to see. So Mike's online worksheet where the students completed it on their iPad, and then by annotating it with another, probably with Notability app, and then they upload it to Moodle. That is an example where that's a file submission. If students are asked to take a photograph or a series of photographs with their iPad and then submit them to Moodle, that would be a file submission if you're uploading those images. Oops, going to the wrong tab here. So those are file submissions, and then you can select how many files they should be able to upload and what size. And then if you want them to be able to comment on their whatever it is that you're asking them to do, you would check this box. Now, to note, when I created this assignment for little 7th graders, 8th graders at the junior high, where we're teaching them how to write a professional email, they went into their Google accounts and they typed in the email and they sent it. They didn't actually do anything in Moodle other than read the assignment description. So when I created that, I had none of these things checked. I hope that makes sense. All right, then we need to look at the feedback types. More than likely, you are going to select feedback comments, because if you want to be able to, in Moodle, give feedback to students, then you will be presented as you go to the grading spreadsheet with an opportunity to do that for each submission. This is something that I think you should leave as no. Require the students to click the submit button, because otherwise, when they're going in and updating their assignment in Moodle, it will stay as a draft until they click the submit button. And you actually, as a teacher, don't get the email to alert you that the assignment is been submitted by the student until they click on the submit button. So I have found that I like to turn this to no, because I like that notification. However, you may use this if it's a long-term assignment where, let's say it's a 5-paragraph essay and they do 1 paragraph each day over 5 days, and then at the very, very end they click submit because it's a draft up to that point. Maybe you would want to use this particular option. But I like to be assured that I get the notification, so I don't use that. There is a submission statement that you can make available to the students. That's really about authenticity of the work and plagiarism. It's like the students have to accept or read a statement that says it's their creative work before they submit it. And Then how often, if at all, do you want the students to be able to go back into their submission and update their submission? That has to, you can set that with attempts reopened. I'm not going to go into detail about the group submission settings, but you can create groups and let students work on a Moodle assignment together. And notifications, if you want to get notified by email that somebody has submitted an assignment, you would change this to yes or no. I think the default is actually yes. If you want students to be able to go into Moodle, so like look back at their submission, and you're gonna communicate a score to them, that's just literally like writing a number at the top of a paper that they turned into you. You could choose a grading scale for them. So if it was an assignment out of 10, I could click on that. That just means that when I go into the spreadsheet where the submissions are, I could choose a grade. Students could see that in Moodle. And there are some non-traditional grading scales, non-numerical grading scales, like this one has satisfactory, outstanding, and needs improvement. And you could actually create your own custom scale if you wanted as well. So those are all options. Blind marking means you can look at the submissions of the students and not have their names there to reduce bias. And these settings are advanced, and we would talk about those in a different tutorial. So the main point of using the assignment module in Moodle is either A, you can use Moodle as a collection opportunity for digital work, so that instead of using paper, you're using their devices. And also it is so that you could use it as a hub to branch off to online content that they might use in their work. So for example, so that they have ready access to this video, or in this one, they have ready access to the websites related to the stress management techniques, instead of a piece of paper where it's difficult for the students then to get to these online resources that they'll use in their learning. So those are the two main reasons you may use the assignment module in Moodle.